Happy Sunday! Yesterday I walked into the restaurant and Dom goes, babe, we're selling the car. Now that we know how to import the cars and you can't get them here, not this sort of one, now he wants to start importing cars. And like, I'm not opposed to the idea. It was way easier than we thought. But I'm also like, oh, I just got my car. I now have to give it away. Anyway, so don't know how long I'm going to have this car for now. But it's so nice. And I don't mean to be materialistic, but you know that saying, and it's like, money doesn't buy happiness, but I'd rather cry in a Ferrari. I mean, if you've been following the channel, you know the car I've been driving for the last couple of years that's like no longer roadworthy. So it's just like nice to be in a clean car and the bumper's not falling off while I drive and like the windscreen's not smashed. I can actually get Carlo in and out because I can open the door. I don't have to crawl all the way across because that door is screwed shut because it flies out every time I go around a corner. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Do you want to buy a car? I know a guy. Huh?
I know.
Oh, hey, honey, from here, view's pretty good.
Second time looking at the potential land.
We have a potential situation up here on the hill.
You know what annoys me though, and I'm just being picky, that house.
Oh, yeah, Brooke's like, oh, I just don't...
Right in the middle.
That's not in the middle. There's a house all the way over there, and she's like, oh, I don't want to see it out of the corner of my eye. Dude, this girl, because we waited so long for the house in Australia, now she's like, every little thing, she's like, nah, we're not doing that, nah.
I'm turning into a picky person.
Yeah, she's picky.
I've never been a picky person.
Brooke's like, nah, there's a tree in the way, and I'm like, we could cut it down. She's like, nah, another bit of land.
I like the trees. The tree's not the problem.
Anyway.
The problem's the house.
Potentially the angles. See, you can, yeah.
Not the angles. We're happy with the angles. So can you just explain something? Can you just explain the situation?
This is the best bit, which we might end up getting, the reality, if my wife gets on board. The only problem is that...
It's not in the building zone and it doesn't have a building permit. So,
Well, it doesn't have a building permit yet. It's not in the building zone.
Listen, after our situation in Australia, which is what it is, can you understand my reluctance to buy a piece of land that has all the views, that has everything we want except for the house in the way, that's not in the building zone and therefore doesn't have a building permit? Can you just understand my reluctance a little bit? But I also understand that it is probably the best case scenario that we're going to get, which that's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around.
It is hard.
Run
The best bit of land we can buy is one not in the building zone to build a house. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. But nothing here makes sense. And life is strange.
Australian audience, why? Because they'd be like, why don't you just... People say to me, why don't you just go to a real estate agent and buy this land? You cannot. That's not a thing.
I mean, that is. There's real estate agents with land, but they don't have
Not
an
where we
active
want.
marketplace with land that's valued off a... You know, in Australia, you've got like CoreLogic, Domain, and all of them are probably registered to some central agency that all the guys selling places are licensed and registered, and when the house is sold, it comes off the market properly and it all follows a proper system. Here, none of that happens. Half the houses I call up to say, oh, hi, is this for sale or land? They're like, oh, we sold that 6 months ago, and it's still online. Then some places aren't even in the people's name. It's all over the place. Australia, New Zealand, all those places, we've got a fast moving marketplace. The market sets the price for your home. Here, one guy could own that, and there'll be another guy with the exact same house next door. He'll be on for 500,000, the other guy will be on for $1 million. You go, "Huh." He thinks it's worth $1 million, and that's it, and he won't sell it unless he maybe got that. It's different here. These guys inherited a lot of what they own, so they don't. These dollars aren't worth it, and they're right. The second you put some dollars in the bank, going backwards, whereas this land is forever. Look at this place though. Actually, with the mountain and the sea, I think it's like living in a fairy tale. Anyway, here's the hotel I work at. And the restaurant's down there. What a spot, eh? Could bloody walk to work. Oh well.
Happy Monday. I wish I could be like, I did this and I did that and I'm on ahead for the week. I'm like 3 hours behind now officially for my week. Actually, I'm reading a new book. It's Ryan Serhant's third book, I think. I forget what it's called. And I'm really enjoying it. And I've made a goal. I haven't been reading for ages. Since Carlos dropped his nap, I haven't made time to read anymore. So I really want to set some goals now. And I want to read a chapter every night. But then there was this really bad storm last night. And then the specific chapter I'm up to was quite long. And then I couldn't find baby darling. And I was trying to find her and I didn't want to shut the door because I wanted her to come in. Anyway, she didn't. So I didn't finish the book until 9:30. And then I was like, I'm going to have to go to bed because like it's way past my bedtime. And then, of course, as soon as I went to bed, I could hear baby darling meowing. So I went and got her, and then she was all wet and she was all stressed out and scatty. And then Carlo fell out of bed at like, must have been about 2. I don't even know how. So the bed he's in is one of those beds that lifts up and it's got storage underneath. So it's quite high off the floor. And then there's tiles on the floor underneath, and I make him a little pillow fort, but of course he missed the pillow. So like the thud when he hits the tiles and then starts screaming like destroys your soul. I got him settled down, got him back to sleep, and then he wet the bed at maybe like 4. And so Dom actually fell asleep downstairs last night. So I said to Carlo, just come into our bed. And then when my alarm went off at 5, I was like, no, not today. But I fully went through all those thoughts in my mind that I was like, just get up, just go, just do it anyway. And I actually did. I got up and I reached for my workout clothes and I just felt this like wave of tired come over me. And I was like, if I try, I'm just going to be tired all day. So I didn't do it. But now I feel like I should have. I'm getting the guilt for not doing it. Anyway, and then as I was dropping Carlo at kindy, Dom called. And then of course, like, because Carlos would obviously be really tired, the getting ready for kindy this morning was like climbing Mount Everest. And then he didn't want to go, and that was a whole thing. Dropped him off without any stress. And then Dom called and was like, there's no customers, come up. Mama needs a coffee. So I'm going to go have a coffee with Dom, and then I'll go home and start my work for today. And that's my Monday. I'll see you later. See, I've got a leather jacket on and jeans again because that's how cool it is. It's quite crisp today. Weird little weather we're having at the moment. Just started August. Some strange little weather. Big storm last night. Crazy lightning. Like, we get to see some cool storms here because obviously we can see like so much and so far. But still thinking about this little bit of land. Not sure. Anyway, let's go and annoy Dom. Guys, I'm so proud of you. I want you two to just hold hands now, gaze into each other's eyes and say, I'm proud of you.
She said gay.
Gaze. I said gaze.
I'm proud of gay.
I said gaze.
I thought she said
I'm
gay.
proud of both of you.
I don't care.
Entrepreneurs.
This is what you get from these. No love, you know. These guys, I'm teaching these guys how to give a little bit of love, bro, you know.
Yeah.
To hug. You know, he's never hugged a man.
Go on, hug.
Oh, now he hugs me every day.
Go on, have a hug.
No.
Look at that acting like he doesn't hug me.
Hugs, not rugs.
Every morning he's like, W, you threw my boy, don't want to kill me, brother. I'm like, yo, get out of here. I said once, bro. Now he's all trying to hug me every day. Look at this guy.
That's nice.
Why are you lying so much?
Admit it, man. It's on the channel.
It's on the channel.
Oh, is it?
So the boys are stressing, which was actually quite funny because it's 9:30 and not one guest has come down from the hotel and the hotel's full for breakfast. And Dom's freaking out because he's like, everyone's going to come at once and then I'm going to have to cook like 30 breakfasts at once. Oh well, do you know what that's called? Hard work. And we all know it and Dom's going to have to learn it. Nah, I'm going to go home and do some work now because I too have a lot of work to do. Not getting any younger. Quite disappointed in myself today. It's 10:45 and I've only just caught up on the work that I would normally do before Carlo wakes up. So going off the rails today has just completely thrown, I love how I call not waking up early because my kid woke up all night going off the rails, but this is now my version of going off the rails and not going to bed on time because I was reading my business book. But this is my version of going off the rails now. Has just completely thrown me, and I didn't make my oats last night, so I don't have anything for breakfast this morning. And Carlo's kindy just texted me and said kindy's shut tomorrow because it's a public holiday, which I didn't know. I mean, lucky they text me. So now I've had to cancel my client for tomorrow, and I'm not going to be able to work tomorrow because I've got Carlo all day. So I'm just annoyed. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to make myself a protein shake and then try and get as much work done in the next hour as I can before I have to pick up Carlo from kindy. And then I'm going to have to get up at like 3 a.m. tomorrow to work to try and catch up. Nah, I won't, but I should. Oh, yum. I didn't do my work, but at least I made a good milkshake. Got to take the small wins. So I was talking about goals before. So my goals at the moment, I'm trying to think of like, I said to Dom the other day, we used to be really good at the start of every year setting really clear goals for each other and the things we wanted to achieve in like 3 months, 6 months, and then at the end of 12 months. I've just realized that since everything happened with our house and it felt like our life kind of went on hold, we made plans, but we didn't make goals because we just didn't really know where we were going to be in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. And now that our house in Australia is finished and sold, we've got our citizenship here. You know, there were some really big things in our life that we had no control over that consumed our life. So that was our citizenship because that was going to decide where we were going to live. And then our house in Australia, because financially that tied us up for 5 years. We were building a house in Australia. If you haven't watched the first couple of episodes, go and watch them because it explains it in more detail. But we were building a house in Australia. It was meant to take 10 months. It ended up taking 5 years and consumed our life for 5 years. So now that we have our citizenship, we've sold our house, we can actually set goals for our life again and achievable goals, not just plans of things that we want to do while we're filling up the time waiting. So I said one of the things that I wanted to do, I know it sounds really small, but I want to get back into reading. Could have done that the whole time. So that one shouldn't even count. Then right now where I'm at with the course, I want to record a lesson a day. Sounds easy, but I also have to make sure then that the slides are perfect. I have to write the script for each slide for the lesson and then make sure it's silent, which involves getting some people out of the house so that I can record the voiceover for it and then get it loaded up into the platform that I'm using to share the course on. Plus all my other work, whether I've got one-on-one clients or I'm doing my marketing or admin, it is a little difficult. That's like an achievement if I can get one lesson done a day. So that's my goal. I've got like maybe 100 lessons. So far I've done one and I'm about to record the second one. I have attempted to record this 3 times. 4th time's a charm. Hey, I did it. So I can now go into here. I can highlight this and I can say that one's done. And this is how many I have to do. So, you know, one day at a time.
After a 3-year wait, you have officially got the piece of paper that we've been going for, which is this one. The Movnica, which means you are a Croatian.
It just looks like it's something saying like Dom, because it's a
It
Dom.
means you're a Croatian citizen, official, done, tick,
Dun, 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 dun.
birth certificates from Australia to get the card for this.
Oh, that's silly. Just picked Carlo up from kindy, and now we are picking beautiful fresh figs with the help of baby darling and all the kittens off this incredible fig tree. There is so many figs ready. They're so yummy. The kittens are here. Kittens, cats, figs. What more could you want? Oh, where are you going? Little kitties. Freshly cut fig on honey toast for my King Carlo. Yum. Would you believe this weather? It is bucketing down. Look at all these buckets. Buckets everywhere. Hello, it's raining and baby darling can't cope with the rain. She's a stray, but she would never survive in the wild because if it's raining, she comes in. She's like, meow, 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 meow. And comes in and scats around. She's all stressed out. So now she wants to stay super close. Hi, baby girl. Is it raining? You got wet. It's really stressful. I don't like that either, to be fair. Like, that's how I'd react if I got stuck in the rain too. Look at this cutie face. Boop, 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 boop. I love you. You're so cute. Are you and baby darling just playing tracks?
No.
Baby darling, you seem very unbothered. Oh, she's part of the game.
I'm part of the gabard.
Oh, morning. So today is a really important day in Croatia. It's like actually Victory Day. So it's a public holiday. Carlo's not a kindy. So we are going to go for a swim, aren't we? And then we're going to go have some breakfast with Daddy.
Nope.
And I
we
didn't
not
realise
gonna
it was a
have
public
any
holiday and
breakfast
Kenny
with
was
Dad.
closed today. So I actually had a
gonna get
client
ice
that I had to
cream
move.
outside.
Thankfully, my clients are so beautiful and understand. I got up early, did some work before Carlo woke up so I could just get a few things in, and I feel much better than I did yesterday because he slept through the night. So let's go burn some steam and have a super fun day. Find a penny, pick it up. All day long you'll have good luck. What's that? That is €2, buddy. That's almost $4. Score. Look at this guy. Just living his best life. Had a big swim. Now we're just doing some relaxing before we go get Daddy to make us some pancakes. Not bad. This morning I have got a coaching client. I was meant to have it yesterday, but it was the public holiday, which I didn't realise. So we swapped to today. And then my goal is to record 2 more lessons for the academy. I'm gonna also do some business lessons for you. So stay tuned because that is gonna be good. What a beautiful morning. Yeah, be really careful, buddy. Just watch where you're walking because if you fall in, you'll get wet.
Mommy,
Obviously.
let's go down here.
Genius parenting hacks. Follow for more parenting hacks. If you fall in, you'll get wet. Hello. Talk to me. Well, that was my first question. I think we need to kind of like step back, unpack what's working, what's not. Firstly, you've got a lot going on. A lot going on and a lot less time is not going to make for a smooth path out of it. So I think we've got to really just bring it back to your schedule, what time you actually have and what is possible to achieve in that time right now, not forever. Are you enjoying the content or are you enjoying the momentum of it? How you got out of it and how you can then teach them to get out of it. That's literally why we exist as coaches, right? We all had problems that we figured out how to solve in a different way to somebody else, and now we're teaching other people to solve it in that way. It took me probably 2.5 years from when I was mentally done with Social Club to actually, well, ultimately selling it. Now, you're not selling, but you could now turn around and say, be in a good headspace to be like, right, I'm ready for something new and I have the mental capacity and the time in my calendar to do something new. You're in a messy middle. What do people want from me? Like, it was quite surprising to me, given kind of everything I feel like I have achieved in my career, but that's not what they want to know. So just wrapped up with my coaching client. She has a really successful beauty salon in Australia and also a really successful coaching business too, where she teaches beauty salon owners how to build up their salon, build up their team, make more profit, not just revenue. And she's in a transitional period where we are going bigger with her brand and we're scaling her brand. Something that she said to me today was, well, firstly, her salon manager has gone to Europe for 2 months. So she's now working more in the salon, needs to have that presence in the salon, which I completely understand. And I said to her, look, you can't make up time that you don't have. And this is my lesson to you as a business owner that is wanting to do something more, something outside of your current tasks. You cannot make up time you don't have. She also has 2 children and is married. So I said the first activity that you need to do is you need to sit down and look at your week. Look at what you're doing each day, and then look at what you can achieve each day. What is realistic to you? Because you're trying to do all these tasks and getting really stressed out because you literally just don't have the time. And that's okay. It's not forever. For her, it's for the next 2 months. We are working with what time she has available in the next 2 months and realistically what we can get done during those hours. Now, if you can get up earlier than your kids, you can add a couple of hours to your day every day, which if you space that over a week, for me, if I can get up at 5 every day, and if Carlo can sleep until 7:30 every day, I can get in a half an hour workout and then either an hour and a half to 2 hours of completely uninterrupted work. So if I average that over Monday to Friday, that gives me 10 more hours a week that I can get things done, or essentially a whole other day in a week. Now, I notice personally, if Carlo's not been sleeping, or if you go back to the first couple of episodes of the vlog where Carlo was just all over the place with his sleep and I couldn't get up at 5 every day. I was a shell of a human. I then noticed, obviously, the repercussions that then had on my output and my workload for everything else that I was doing. But as soon as Carlo's sleeping again, I have to be disciplined enough to get myself back on track, to know that I've got those couple of hours every day uninterrupted before he wakes up, that I can get some extra work done. And I can essentially time block that time. I think it was episode 3 maybe where I talked about time blocking, so that I can maximize that time. And I also know what's realistic that I can achieve during that time. There is no point me saying, even though I feel like I've said it in every single vlog, I'm going to finish recording the modules for the online course this week. Because if I look at how long it takes me to record just a lesson under the module, then I look at the times I have clients, the time Carlo's at kindy, and the extra time I have in my week. I can't record lessons and modules in that 5 to 7 a.m. time slot because I need it to be completely silent. Everyone's asleep. I'll wake up everyone in the house. So that's just not possible. The only time that I can record these lessons for the course is when I don't have coaching clients. And I have coaching clients most days. So it's completely unrealistic of me to set a goal of, I want to have this course finished by the end of this week. So when you are creating offers or creating something new or wanting to change and pivot in your business, you've got to make sure that you look at the time that you have and then fill that time in accordingly with a realistic version of what you can achieve in that time. Because otherwise you just end up stressed, you end up feeling like a failure, you feel guilty, and that's not fun. No one wants to work like that, especially not when you are a high achiever and you're used to getting stuff done. So that was my advice to my client. Let's look at the next 2 months and what you can achieve in the next 2 months. Work with the season that you're in. And then once that season has passed and we're in the next season, we can create a new schedule then. And then really, it's discipline. Discipline is the thing that is going to set you apart getting it done. I do not wake up when my alarm, actually sometimes I do, only because I'm so addicted to the feeling of getting stuff done and getting ahead in my day that sometimes, not this morning, but sometimes when my alarm goes off at 5, I'm like, boom, let's go. This morning, my mind was like, what was that? Oh, what planet am I on? What day is it? I have no idea what's going on. So, but that's just the way that it is, right? We're not robots. And especially now that it's dark in the morning again, which feels so sad because I feel like we're still in summer, but it's pretty much pitch black now when I wake up in the mornings again. So I'm getting ready in the dark. I can't turn the light on because I wake Dom up. I'm working out in the dark. And then I'm sitting down to my computer in the dark. But I'm getting ahead in my days, in my business, in my life. And I know that I feel 1,000 times better on my work days, on the days that I commit and do that when I've had a full night's sleep versus the days that I don't. And that's really all it comes down to. Recorded 2 more lessons, prepared another lesson for tomorrow. I have no coaching clients tomorrow, so I'm going to try and smash through like, maybe I could do 4 lessons tomorrow. I'm going to try and do 4 lessons tomorrow. I actually need to officially count how many lessons I have, because I've been saying it's about 100 because it feels like about 100 in the course. I'm going to go count them right now. There's 75 lessons spread across 5 modules, and so far I've recorded 4. So I've got 71 to go. I think I'm doing really well. And maybe some of those will get combined actually into one lesson. Maybe. I'm not sure. About 75. Morning! Happy Thursday. So Dom's other cousins arrived last night. So Dom's uncle that came from New Zealand, his son, wife, and their 2 kids, which is awesome because their little boy's 5 and Carlo's obviously 4. So straight away, they were just like running around together. It's just going to be so good. And they're here for the next 6 weeks. So that's amazing. But they didn't arrive till late, which meant Carlo wanted to stay up, didn't go to bed till really late, which of course meant he woke up really early. I've dropped him at kindy. Everyone's still asleep. I'm going to see my favorite little restaurateurs and have a coffee. And then I really want to get a couple of lessons recorded today. I've got 1 definitely ready. And then I need to just double check the slides and write the script for the next couple. And then hopefully I can get them recorded, because I was doing some calculating in my head and I was like, there's 75 lessons and I have done 4. So it's going to take me, if I do 1 a day, not including weekends, it's going to take me like maybe 2 months to get them all recorded. So if I can try and double that and do 2 a day and try and get it all done in a month, that would be awesome. I mean, I'm going to do my best. Is what it is. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Look at this view. Look at this beautiful day. I'm just doing some client work with my little offsider that's got her tongue out. Little cutie bean. You're such a cutie bean.
Where we are now?
Yeah.
We're just down in Pods.
This is Pod's peak summer. What time is it? It's like 3 o'clock in the
3 o'clock in
afternoon.
the afternoon. I think it's about
It's our favourite song. Sunset. 7th of August.
7th of August in Podgora.
In Podgora.
Waterfront, what do you call it? Boulevard.
I'm going to go down here to our favourite spot, have a little drinky poos, rehydrate after a big day. Oh, there's dinner. Okay, cheers everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Yay! I mean, where else in the world can you take your wine and walk to the end of a wharf and watch your husband jump off the wharf? I don't want to jump off the wharf because there's sharks.
There's no sharks.
All the oceans are connected. There's sharks in Perth.
I'm just going to do a bit of a pan here because honestly, panorama Podgora. Look at that. This is pinnacle Podgora summer right now, mid-August.
This is peak summer.
Beach is packed. It's been like this for 30 years. Crystal clear water. Restaurants on the waterfront. Cousins in the water. Guns out.
I don't swim. Mom's gonna ruin it. Woo! Do you want to jump, Carlo?
Biggest run. Carlo, your cousin.
No, he ran off. Dom's
What is
toasty.
it? I bought a round of Orhavica. Yeah. To celebrate our, this is the first time in 11 years. No, because when you were here, Dad wasn't. This is the first time ever that you and Christian and me and Dad have been
All together.
Which is
Oh, that's nice.
Which is so there's and we are all here with our sons.
No,
so
but
it's
you
the
can
first time ever.
all the sun.
Both generations, 3 generations. Yeah. So you believe in that?
Some of us are over here, bro.
I know, but we're talking about the kids. Look how many kittens are in my presents. Hello. Do you want to be in the vlog? Yes, you do. You are the cutest. Hello. Or you want to be in it too? guy. Oh, and there's another one. Hi. You're so cute. Good morning. It is Friday. I'm in Markowska getting a massage. I'm actually meeting up with some girlfriends. And then we have to go to the police station. Something to do with the car importing, but I'm going to have to check with Dom for exact details, but I'll get him to explain it all. This is where I get my massages. Best massage in Markowska. Literally me, my happy place. They're at the police station and they're on break, and so I'm not going to let anybody else touch the number before me because I'm going to scream. More paperwork.
Nothing in 7, 8. What's your qualification?
Can you explain what happened?
We got our domovnica, which is proof that we're Croatian citizens. So we became Croatian citizens with our letter saying it's a domovnica. But in order to then get a local ID card, we need to go with the domovnica and some photos and that to get it. So then we go to the police station with our new ID. Boom, and she says, really, they want new birth certificates. Luckily, I had New Zealand birth certificates from a few years ago, apostilled and stamped and translated, Australia, New Zealand. The reality is, given my birth certificate 100 times, they've got everything. And even though I'm a Croatian citizen now, that's okay. We need a brand new birth certificate.
Focus on the fact that we succeeded.
Yeah. So right now, I don't know where I'm coming to go. Look at this paperwork. So right now,
Actually, despite the vibe, it was a success.
we currently have
Despite the
temporary,
vibe.
you know what? We've got temporary ID cards and temporary passports. We're officially in. Yeah, baby.
We're in.
I'm a bit defeated,
I mean,
deflated.
we've been in for 3 years,
Dejected.
but we're back in.
I need to do some Wim Hof breathing exercises.
Yeah.
Nothing's temporary anymore. Now you're going to have like proper, real Croatian
I've heard
paperwork.
that before.
And people will
I've heard that
expect you to
before.
have real Croatian
Heard
conversations.
that before. Dobar dan. Cheers, we got it done. Couldn't have done it without Ivana because she's our translator. Even though we're basically fluent now.
Well, now you're Croatian. You need
to-
they're going to expect
this
you to
is
speak Croatian.
I mean, we do, Ivana.
You do? Yeah.
We will
you were
never-
amazing the other day with your uncle when he came.
I got the tuna. Definitely not the tuna. Anyway, this is Markowska. Beautiful.
Mid-August, they should be like
Lovely day.
pumping summer.
Well, it's,
Oh, you know-
it's a bit late now.
You know the
it
thing,
was pumpkin.
can I just say one thing? The thing about Croatia that's
tell
amazing
us.
is even in 6 months times in the middle of winter when it's all like everyone's having fun, Australia and that, I sometimes
mountain.
then look at the mountain and I'm like, oh, that's so crazy.
Dom just
Beautiful
really loves the mountain.
The mountain's the thing that really captivates me.
Dom loves the mountain. I love this boat. I love watching this boat coming in and out. I featured it in other episodes. It comes in and out and spins about. Dom just went to pay and just casually pulled not one, but 2 Mars bars out of his bag. So I got them when he didn't notice and I put them in my bag.